Hey, we are Chris and Teresa and are obsessed with all things fiber and guiding you on your fiber arts journey. We own a successful fiber processing mill, an online needle felting business, experienced at raising all fiber animals, and are renovating a 100-year-old school into a fiber arts retreat center.
Processing, needle felting, yarn, roving, fiber animals, and our renovating progress are all topics discussed here. Think of this as your one-stop shop for advice, information, tips, and getting your questions answered on all things fiber, from raising the animals to the finished product and everything in between. So pull up a seat, make sure you're cozy, and get ready to be inspired while you learn. This is EweTube.
Welcome to EweTube 88, and we are here in the glow of the new chandeliers, which Jimmy and Steve, for some reason, are not a fan of. We're not quite sure.
We think they're very manly chandeliers.
Don't understand what
we like them.
We love them. Yes, they're beautiful.
Steve likes them lit up.
Yeah, that's true. He said they look nice lit up. We're not quite. I think they're just saying that. I think they're just trying to be difficult. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, we like them.
We only have one up.
Yeah, they're soon to be all 3 up.
So we are going with the sepia look to this YouTube.
Sepia?
We don't know how to say it. Sepia.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
But here we are.
You can see the bar and the opening of the wall behind us.
Kind of miss being in lamb land.
Yeah. Me too.
Maybe next time.
When I close my eyes, I see sheep. Been looking at them constantly.
Yeah,
on
the
camera
dear ones. Oh.
In the barn. So we have 13 lambs so far. Things are going okay.
Yep.
No major catastrophes yet.
And we had a little miracle that happened. It was so cool. At shearing, Carla and I were sitting there talking. I said, oh, and she was so excited. And she had such a good time because it was the first time she had been at a sheep shearing. She had, I brought her with me to a few alpaca shearings, and she was great help. And she was there to help for the sheep shearing. And I said, oh, Carla, I said, the only thing that would make this day even better is if one of these deer ewes gave birth. And lo and behold.
Yeah, there was like halfway through the day.
Yeah.
Or maybe more towards the end.
Yeah. Teresa's calling for gloves. Gloves, please.
I looked out, in the back, we had taken all the sheared ewes and put them behind the barn. And we were working on the
wethers.
Yearlings and wethers. And I saw behind the barn that somebody was working on having a lamb. And so I went back there and I asked for gloves because we have gloves because the amniotic fluid just seems to just ruin my skin. Just eats it off. So I usually wear gloves when I have to touch the lambs or anything like that. So I went behind the barn and I noticed that she was lambing, and so Carla came out there and we were watching, and then she got up and it was a first time mother, and it was only the head that was out, which isn't a good thing. The front feet are supposed to come out first, so you should see that, and then the nose, and it was just the head. And in the past, I've had to try and shove the head back in so that you can get the legs out and get them out safely, because the lamb isn't going to come out if it's just the head without hurting the mom. And so my son Tucker held her while I went in and got the feet and got them out, and then she was able to have the lamb, and I was able to pull the lamb out. And otherwise, if I wouldn't have been there, so many things could have happened. A lot of times they will prolapse, or which means that they push everything out because they're pushing so hard, and it would have hurt the lamb and her. And so it was very, very nice that we were there at the time and saw all this happening. And she was such a good mommy. And a lot of times if I have to pull a lamb, and especially if it's a first-time mom, she will not want anything to do with the lamb. And this mom was very good. She went right to the lamb and took care of it. Everything is good. So it's just very, very good that we were there at the right time. So,
It was amazing. So awesome.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and this happens a lot. You do have to be around sheep during lambing to make sure that everything goes okay. There are a lot of times where they have trouble during birth, which, like I said, could cause problems for the mom and the baby. There's also problems after they have the baby where the sac is over the face and they can't breathe, which we had recently before that, and we were there at the right time. There's times where they can't get up and they're not nursing right away. So sheep, you have to be there 24/7, watching them, making sure everything is okay. So, and this last 2 years we haven't lost a lamb during lambing. So I take it pretty seriously and watch on the cameras. We do have cameras in the barn, and I watch to make sure that everything's going good.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty amazing.
That was a fun, exciting moment for shearing day.
Yes, it was.
And then Carla was nice enough to get it on video so
Mm-hmm.
that we could share it with you guys.
Yes. So cool. So cool. Yes.
We haven't named that lamb yet.
Really?
No,
Why is this?
I don't know. We should name it
Hmm.
and let you know who that is.
It's a girl or a boy?
It was a girl, and everything's fine. She's already. We after lambing, we put them in what we call jugs. They're little pens so that the mom and the baby can get acquainted and we can make sure that everything's okay with both of them. And then after they're in there a couple days, we bring them across to another pen. So they're already across to the other pen, and they're doing fine. So,
That's awesome. She should be Snow White then,
you think so?
because she came back. Is that what happens in Snow White?
Oh, she did. She did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She took the apple.
Yeah. Anywho, it's so cool. It's so cool.
She's black.
Mm. Well, that doesn't quite. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to.
Maybe it
figure
doesn't
this out.
quite work there, but yeah, cool. Yeah, a bunch of miracles all month long.
Yes. There's,
So cool.
Yeah. Like I said, we had 13 lambs, and everything is going good. We do have some issues with one of the lambs having the legs she's walking on her, what do you call it?
Ankles, calves, yeah.
And so we're gonna have to put splints on them. We've never had anything like that before, so I don't know what would happen there, but she's walking on, not her feet. So we'll have to figure that out. They are still in the jug. We're monitoring them, and so yeah.
Goodness.
13 lambs so far. Everything's going good. The weather's been wonderful except for today.
And tomorrow.
Yeah, it got really, really cold, and and all the sheep they've been sheared now, so they're all in the barn, and they all snuggle together, so it's really hard to see who's lambing and who's what's going on. So
Yeah. Now, will you close the barn door?
we do that at night.
Oh, you do that at night, yeah.
So
it
usually
warmer.
they don't go out to have their lambs if they're cold, if they don't have their wool on them.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't usually have to worry about it, but I like to keep them locked in there so that I know
You
for
can watch
sure
things, yeah. Yep.
that everything's okay.
Mm-hmm. Big month.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's
Love
an
it,
exciting
love it.
month, my favorite. So.
Yep. Cool. Yep. And I guess I was just there helping, which was amazing.
Yeah, it was
I love shearing day. It is
was
so
a
much
fun
fun.
day because we wait for this day all year, waiting for.
Yep. And it was a
Uh,
beautiful day.
It was a very
Yeah.
nice day, and we had lots of help
Yeah.
from family.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yep. Friends and yep.
We wait for it because we have done some crossbreeding. We have done, we're always waiting to see how the wool turns out.
Mm-hmm.
And the wool is different every year. Last year we had some issue with the
scurf. Yeah.
And this year we had none, so that was
which is
very,
good.
very nice. And we had some new crosses with the Cornwall and the Romney, and we're going to test those out with how they needle felt. Just an exciting time to feel the wool and see how it turned out.
Yeah, and on that note, we're at the mill. We're going to now take a few of the fleeces, and we're going to let you see the process now of what we do now that it's been sheared, and you saw how we rough skirt it right after shearing.
So we do have a video I put together of the shearing day. So you want to check that out on YouTube, and that shows us skirting the fleece, which is what we do right after they're sheared. And they go on from there. They go to Chris's mill.
Yes, and so we're going to do a little video then at the mill to see what we do from there, and let you see from that process through the wash process, the picking and the carding, and to see exactly where that beautiful roving comes from for all the needle felting. So that'll be fun, and that'll be, hopefully we're doing that this week. So yeah.
And then I'm going to try all these different crosses and see how they needle felt, because we're always trying to improve how we do the wool and how how we're breeding the sheep to make sure that we have the best needle felting wool that there is.
Yep. Yes, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, and then we had here at the school on Saturday night, the day after the shearing, we had an 80th birthday party for an alumni that graduated in 1959. That was super fun because that gentleman had not been back in the school since he had graduated. He had a lot going on with his life and served our country and so on and so forth. And yeah, so it was pretty special to meet him and the family that came. And
I was able to give the family tours, and it was fun to hear all the memories and things. Because there was other family members that had gone to school here as well. So
yeah, pretty neat.
It's fun to hear those.
Yeah, pretty neat.
So we have this, in the past month or so, we have been trying to make decisions on finishing this project. We have so much money that we have on loan, and we have come to where we have to try and make decisions on what we can do and what we can't do. And one of the biggest decisions lately has been the flooring in the dining room. And we had always wanted to do wood flooring that matches the old wood flooring in the rest of the old part of the school, and then so when you come in, it doesn't look like we added anything new. Will all look the same.
It's seamless.
Yes, and so we want to add this wood flooring throughout the addition on the main floor, and we have come to the part where it is too expensive, and we are going to have to, cut some things out, and we really, really, really don't want to do that. And there are things like the cement and the concrete sidewalks and the things that we want to do on the outside of the school and landscaping that we are finding that we are at the end of the line on our loan and our money that we have. And so we're having to cut some things out so that we can finish this project in time. And so we're we want it to all look like our original, thoughts of how it should look and how we think it would do the best and look the best and everybody would appreciate. So we are thinking that we will have to do a Kickstarter. We did a Kickstarter to begin this whole project, and everybody was amazing and wonderful and supported us, and they thought that we should continue and with our dreams for what we wanted to do here. And so to finish this project, we need a little more assistance, and so we are going to put together a Kickstarter, and that should be coming in the next few weeks. We are putting it all together now, and this would just be to help us finish the way we had hoped to.
The gist of it is it's $37,000 when you walk up the stairs and you look out in the main entrance of the school, you look out you can see all the way through the doors on either side of where the Statue of Liberty stands, all the way back into the fireplace where folks have donated bricks, and we've been so blessed in that. But the floor, we actually found a matching floor from a nearby school, the Fingal School, that matches to pretty much exactly. So we could seamlessly mend the two. So it would look like the exact same floor all the way up. We have to purchase the floor, we have to install the floor, and it's $37,000 to do that. Whereas flip side, we could put carpet down for $6,000. It should be, in our eyes, it should be the hardwoods. And with having the hardwoods in there, then that also opens it up that we can do dance classes and some different things that type of flooring would be work so well.
We do have a lot of options on our website. And you can find them at nomeschoolhouse.com under donate. Those are ways that you can help us, but we do feel that a Kickstarter might help us to finish it the way that we had planned. And
we hoped not to have to ask for help, but we had to ask for help to even get it off the ground, to get it even going, to know that we were to move forward, and now to finish it. I mean, we have to ask once again.
We will finish, but we want to finish the way we had planned. We don't want carpet in the dining room.
But it is, I mean, if we have to, we have to. It's just,
We just don't want to cut any corners where we think that it's important to have more information on that. Hopefully next week on Kickstarter, we are working on that. There's a lot of work behind the scenes to get that all put together. And if you can't give and help us out that way, that you can share and let other people know what we're doing here, and that we could use some help in that way.
Yeah, and on that note, there is so much going on in the school. I mean, my goodness sakes. I mean, we have the light fixtures that we've been waiting for, almost a year for, are finally here, and one is up, and the other two are going up. The light fixtures in the school are going up. The trim, oh my goodness, you walk up the stairs and the trim is finished, even going up the stairs now. And Steve, my hubby, is working on finishing the trim around the beautiful arch windows in the front. And it's just, and the railing, oh my goodness, the railing that overlooks the first vestibule on the second floor. He'll have it done tomorrow. Yes.
Here.
Yes.
So yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Amazing. So for a while, it looked worse than when we had first seen it, when we shared pictures with you.
Yes, it did.
Because everything had been removed, and now it's starting to really, really come together.
Looks amazing. Yep.
Looks beautiful.
And they're busy taping the top floor of the rooms. They're taping all those up. So by next week, that'll be ready to paint. And they're putting the sheetrock up on the dining area on that floor. And the sheetrock will be done in the dining room by the end of the week.
All the ceiling is done in the dining room?
Just about. Yep, it is. Yep. Yep. And they're working on the walls. And oh, man, it just looks so nice. Oh, and the fire suppression tank. We went and looked down there. That whole room. Oh, boy, lots going on down there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
gotta
I didn't take a picture.
Okay.
So not very exciting, like picture-wise, but if you look back at previous YouTubes, I had shared a video of when the fire suppression tank arrived here and how huge it was, and then when they lowered it down into its little room, and now they're hooking everything up to it. So
Yeah, next week, it should be complete, I think, next week. I'll have to share a picture of it because, there's some substantial pumps down there that, yeah, it's quite kind of impressive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the water heaters are in place for the main part of the school. Yeah, and the weaving wall, they finished up, oh golly, what, a quarter of the weaving wall?
and it looks
Nice.
beautiful.
Yeah, we better get on to our questions.
Yes.
All right, and we had a whole bunch of questions.
But we had one person, Jane. Thank
Yes,
you.
God
We
bless
had
you.
a bunch of questions from
And
Jane.
good questions.
Yeah, that we really appreciate.
And we are devoting an entire video to answering her questions. So that'll be coming up by
So don't
next
be
week.
disappointed
Yes,
if
Jane,
we answer in here.
We are.
But we will be doing
Mhm.
an entire video because we think they're amazing.
Yep. Yeah, so other questions. Okay, we record the YouTubes on Tuesdays. So if you comment,
asking questions.
yes, on a YouTube, on Wednesday, Thursday, it's
Keep that in
missed.
mind.
Yeah, it's missed. We oftentimes, we try to go back and read, but it's,
We sometimes miss some.
yeah. And
So-
these next 2 months are going to be so busy and just a whirlwind. Yeah,
So we do them on Tuesday so that
Mhm.
we have time to get them all edited
Edited
and ready
and-
by Saturday. So
yeah.
today it's Monday.
And why are we doing it today? We're doing
Loop
it
in there.
because you just got your last COVID shot
I did.
and you were ill last time.
I got my second COVID shot
Mhm.
today, and I'm planning on being sick tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case, we did it tonight, so that
Mhm.
we're. Plus, there's some snow. And
Oh yeah.
coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not good weather tomorrow. So
It's
this
been
is
so
good.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Weather
We
has
can't
been
complain at
perfect.
all. Yeah, we can't complain
Except
about a
for
little snow
today.
day. Yeah. Yeah. And we had, there is, in North Dakota here every year, we have something called the North Dakota Hand Spinners Convention, which I love to go to. Julie and Jeannie do an amazing job with that. And last year, of course, it was canceled.
The
because of
year
COVID.
before that, we did videos straight from there, and we interviewed a
We
bunch
did,
of people.
yes, and that was
And it
so
was
much
so
fun.
much fun.
Yep, so much fun. This year, it's still up in the air because they do that in fall. So
I think it's October usually.
yeah, so
we
we
haven't
will
heard
keep
from
y'all
them.
posted.
But
Yeah.
we'll definitely let you know.
Yes. Yep. And then also, do we sell fleeces for hand spinners? And we sell hand spinning roving, which is even better because it's all ready for you just to sit down at your wheel and spin away. So if you're interested in that, we have, I'm looking at it, it's right there. We have more here than we do have online.
We have some online.
Yeah, we do have some. I think we have some Alpaca online, but yeah, so we do, and we'll be as we open up the store more to more regular hours. We'll have more and more here available.
And when we have
Mhm.
time to list more, we'll do that as
That's
well.
true. Yes, that's another.
And we also
yes,
are getting more sheep. So
yes, we'll have even more.
yeah.
Yes, beautiful roving. Yes, and somebody asked, what address should needlework contributions be sent to? God bless them. And the answer is here at the school, which is 200 First Avenue, Nome, North Dakota, 58062. Again, that's 200 First Avenue, Nome, North Dakota, 58062. And thank you so much for anything. Today we got, the most beautiful quilts came, and we had 2 more queen size quilts that are going to adorn and be the color themes for our rooms. And yes, we are so thankful for those. Just absolutely beautiful.
So thank you, Julie and Susan, for putting these quilts together and giving them to us. That is amazing.
Oh my goodness, we absolutely love them.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so excited.
So happy to have them.
So
And they
excited.
help us out considerably we plan on basing the entire room's
Yes.
floor on these quilts. So,
Yes, and these
and
two
they will
quilts
fit
are
perfectly.
with
They're
all the
beautiful.
different colors. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Yep.
Yeah, and the sending us needle
Mhm.
work or whatever to decorate these
Adorn the
rooms
walls too.
as
Yep.
well,
Mhm.
because we have a lot of rooms to decorate, and we're all about making and all of that. So
Yeah.
that is
We
perfect.
are welcome. All of
Love it.
that. Yes. All righty. And one of the questions was, are there more specific terms for male and female lambs?
So we call rams, little baby rams, ram lambs, and we call little baby ewes, ewe lambs.
Yeah.
That's about as far as it goes on that. And after they're castrated, they are called wethers.
Mm-hmm.
So
And when they're a year old, they're called?
yearlings. Yeah, nothing super fancy there.
No.
So you call it a yearling ewe or a yearling ram.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then rams are sometimes called bucks in sheep.
Mm-hmm. So there's that to throw a little curveball in there.
We call it rams.
All right. And then in regards to our wall, this gal said it's hard to see the warp in the video. What is it made of and how is it attached to the wall? It is picture hanging wire. If you've seen the picture, the picture hanging wire that goes on the back of a picture that you use to hang up, it's wire that's coated with it's got a little coating on it. I don't know what it's coated with, but that's what it, yeah. So then we have these 4-inch deck screws that we're wrapping it around, and that's what we're warping the wall with. So that because it's quite a large area, so that the wire stays taut and it doesn't get stretched out like if it were cotton or whatever, for that distance. So that's what that is doing. And did we have a design, or are we just doing it as we go? We're winging it, yes. And so far, so good.
Kat and
Libby, who are doing it, yeah.
They did an amazing job in the recording studio, and
yeah, we're liking
just
it.
counting on them
To continue on. Mm-hmm.
get it done. And
Yeah.
We've been happy so far.
Yeah, and we're even talking them into doing a class after they finish the wall. So we're kind of excited about that, because a lot of folks have asked how to do it, and that they want to do their own, whether it's a 4x4 section of their wall or an entire wall. So it'd be nice for them to teach them how.
And we're
Mhm.
thinking of doing that as part of the decor in the rooms as well.
Absolutely.
Little
Mm-hmm.
sections of woven wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
because it's cool.
So this brings something to mind. I don't know why it brings it to mind, but
So,
cock.
oh dear.
Chris calls. I think you kind of mispronounced something in that last part. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, so she doesn't like to call it cock. She calls it caulk.
I call it caulking
Caulking.
because
She's scared to say caulking.
it just doesn't sound good.
And so I told her that it's not caulk.
It's called.
That would be like
it's
saying I talked to you. Or I walked over there. And she
But it's no, because it's CAULK. It's caulk.
True.
It's not cock.
It is caulk.
No, it's not. Seriously,
So,
people, help me.
If you look, yeah. It's caulking.
Caulking.
It's not caulking.
Well, it
Help
should
us out.
be
Okay,
caulking.
below this video, you comment caulk or caulk.
It's caulking. It sounds so much better. It should be if it's not.
It's not.
Moving on. That was really out of the blue. Whew, okay. Okay, can you explain? This is a question for you. Let's quickly.
Okay.
Can you explain to me the process of felted sculptures and felting the flat pieces like you would use in your bags or needle holders from Teresa? So,
the felting when you're making the bags and the needle
holders,
cases,
yep.
Those are wet felted, and they can be wet felted by hand, but these are wet felted using a felting machine, and that uses water, and it's soap. It's hot water and soap and agitation to make it felt together. And what we're doing making sculptures is using a needle, and this needle has tiny little barbs on it, so when you poke it into the wool, it continues to pull the wool into itself, and it is tangling it all together with this needle, so there's no water involved. It's a lot different than the wet felting. I don't think you could wet felt anything in a 3D fashion, where with the needle you can make 3D sculptures. So
You could do a ball.
You could do a ball wet felting, and we have done that. But actually making a sculpture using wet felting is not easy. You can start with a wet felted ball, and then work out with your just by adding wool with the needle. You do that just by putting wool on it and poking with the needle, and these little barbs pull the wool into itself until it forms a solid form. So that's what is different between the wet felting and the needle felting.
It becomes so much more solid than the wet felted. Yeah.
The wet felted can become solid if it's wet felted enough.
Not to the point that your sculptures are like cement. Pretty incredible. Yes, but anyway, yes. Cool. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. In this gal, I've only discovered this whole subject 3 days ago. Been trying to learn and catch up since then. Thank you for making your fabulous videos. Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. Can't wait to see it all finished. That's awesome. There was no question there.
There was no question.
That was nice. Okay. All right. And this is the same thing.
I just copied the same thing.
I see that you did that. Yes.
Wow.
Alrighty. And what is last week's question and answer, Teresa, is?
So we asked, what do you call a mommy and a daddy and a baby sheep?
And yes, Steve, it is a family.
It's a family of sheep. And it is a ewe, a ram, and a lamb. So
Very good.
Many people got it right.
Very good. But the winner is
I don't remember.
Tammy. and you are the only Tammy, so.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
And you can get your prize by going to bearcreekfelting.com and submitting through the contact form, and we will send you your whatever we decide. It might
We
be a
never know.
t-shirt. It might be something else.
Yes. And on that note, next week's question is, what animal does mohair come from?
We have mentioned this many times. In our YouTube, so hopefully you can answer that. Just answer that in the comment section below. And please remember to ask any questions you may have about the fiber arts or what we're doing here at the Nome Schoolhouse. We would be happy to answer those. So, and that's just by asking those questions, you get it put into the drawing for a prize. Yeah.
It's a cool beans.
So, and also in the comment section below, cock.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the question.
Let's hear
Another
all you
question.
construction crew out there.
Let's set her straight.
And on that note, God bless you all. And
Yes, thank you. And
that's all, folks.